Good morning, my brothers and sisters. We're starting a new section today. I wanted to start it out with a video to sort of explain it, talking about the commands of Jesus. It starts with John, one of my favorite verses in John 13:34. And as far as I can tell, this is the only new commandment that Jesus lays upon his disciples and us. He says, "A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another. As I have loved you, that you also love one another. By this all will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." And we like that. That's a nice, warm, comfortable, sort of feeds our spirit verse. And it's good. It's great because it comes from Jesus. We know that. But in my spirit, I'm stirred up that really it's a covering. It's the glue that holds everything together. That's essential. But the real substance of our belief is our faithfulness. It's our obedience. That's what leads us to the will of God and the presence of God. Our obedience to God's commandments, beginning with the 10 Commandments. And then it's highlighted. It's a personification through Jesus. It's a heartfelt representation of all the law and all the words that have been given from the prophets to his people. And so we begin with that, but we can't, that's what holds us together, but we can't forget everything else. So I would encourage my brothers and sisters to get into the Old Testament too. Read a little bit of it, particularly the 10 Commandments. That can be found in Exodus 20, and again it's repeated in Deuteronomy 5. And that's a foundation that I would encourage us all to memorize. And I say that because Jesus said that he's not abandoning. In Matthew 5:17, he tells us that the law and the prophets still stand. He says, "Do not think that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For surely I say to you, till heaven and earth pass away, one jot or one tittle will by no means pass from the law until the law is fulfilled." So the first heaven and the first earth are still here. Revelation hasn't come yet. The second heaven and the second earth haven't come. And so the law still stands. And again, when we're given the greatest commandment in Matthew 22, verse 37, which is recorded in, I believe, the Gospel of Mark as well, Jesus said to him, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind." And the other gospel, it adds all your strength. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. That's usually where we stop, but verse 40, Jesus finished it off with verse 40. On these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets. And so love is what holds everything up. It's what glues it all together. And here we could do a whole session, but I'll just highlight. We're to love our God with all of our heart. Every chamber in our heart, every hidden place, every thought, every feeling, every emotion, every desire, every hurt or resentment. We're to turn all that over to the Lord. And with all our mind, everything we think, every sense we take in, sight, hearing, taste, smell, every thought that we have, we're to capture it. We're to make it submit to the will of God. And with our soul, that seed that God planted inside of us, that we're supposed to grow into the fruits of the Spirit. So, love is what holds it together. Love is what it all hangs on. But the commandments are still there. And so, over the next however many sessions, we'll be looking at the commands of Jesus. What did Jesus specifically highlight and tell us from the law and the prophets that we are to do? We'll be putting some verses specifically, some memes, and maybe even another video. So I hope this feeds you, as it says in Romans 15, may the God of hope bring you peace and joy.